Hey everyone, welcome to the Thinks. Today we are going to watch a horror story. It has been filmed from an incident that happened in real life. So first, let's come and see the story for ourselves. Besides, this story has been taken from real life. So, you won't believe what happened in that place in real life. Are these people so cruel? They have created an area that is so bad that it makes you think. So, all this is our detail. Let's see it in this video. So, what is the one line of that story that we are going to watch today? So, there is a man-made lake in America. Man-made lake is not a natural lake, it was created by humans. Before they created that lake, there were villages in that place. So even now, there are remains of that village under this lake. And tourists who come to this lake often die mysteriously. So what is the reason for all this? What really happened there is the whole story of this film. So you are watching the Thinks. Who hasn't subscribed yet? Don't forget to subscribe and give your support. So what we are going to watch today is a horror story called Lake, which is from American Horror Stories. So at the beginning of the story, a group of friends have come to enjoy the weekend at a famous lake in America. There, a guy named Jake has a girl for him. He wants to show her a scene. Hey, do you know something? Before coming to this lake, I took all the old maps from the library. Now we are here. Do you know that there is a village right below this lake? That girlfriend told me. What village is that? I won't believe it. Hey, what I'm saying is true. This is a man-made lake. Before this lake was created, a village lived here. So, if you look at this map, it's correct. There's a chance that there is a village below this. There might still be a house or something from that village. So, I'll go in and check. Are you also my friend? I asked my girlfriend. They were also getting ready to come. There was a lady there. Her name is Finn. Actually, Jack is there. She's his sister. Hey, Jack, I'm coming to your place. Jack is getting angry. Hey, sister, I'm also a joke. If you want to jump into the water and see it, why did you come? Your love, go somewhere else? What you said is very interesting. I also want to come down and see it. So come on, let's both go. Jake has no other choice. Okay, let's go. They both jump into the water and swim in it. They come to this place and it's not that deep. So they don't just swim in it. They keep looking for something. They come up often, take a breath, and go back down to search. Just then, there is a small tricycle. As soon as they see it, they understand that there must have been a village here. So they keep searching. When Jake comes and finds a signboard, as soon as they see it, they are so happy. They say, we can show this to our friends. Jake swims up. Then, a hand comes and grabs Jake's leg, pulling him as if he can't get up. Jake's sister Finn also sees this. Jake tries to grab him and pull him, but they can't. They immediately swim to the surface and go to their friends who are in the boat. Jake is stuck under the water. They shout, help me quickly. And they go back down to save Jake. When they see that Jake is dead, they are very worried. Suddenly, Jake pulls something and Jake disappears from there. 4 months have passed since this incident. Jake's sister comes to their house. Dad and mom come to pick him up. Something grabbed Jake's leg and pulled him. They must have seen this after we came. But if we told them about this, no one would believe it. So, since Jake is dead, they are the ones who they say they're suffering from mental illness and they're just releasing them and bringing them home. So our mother is coming to take care of the house. They're also having a hard time thinking about Jake's death, but they think that what happened has happened and we need to recover from it. Then Finn's father comes and starts a big law firm. He has so many lawyers under him. So he's always busy. He's never come out of it thinking about his son's death. So Finn comes home. Mom says, are you hungry? Can I make you something? I don't need all that. I'm going to sleep for a while. So then they look at all the photos of their brother Jake and they're having a hard time asking their mother what they brought for Jake's funeral. Because Jake's body, who drowned in the lake, hasn't been found yet. That's why they only brought the casket and showed their respect. When they asked what was inside, Mom said that everything was Jake's stuff. The essay he wrote when he was little, his Pokemon cards, and his favorite shoes. They said that they brought all of this. Then Mom asked Mom, is everything I saw true? Did something come and grab his leg? Mom immediately said, look here. Then, when you're confused, you feel that way. Take a rest. Whatever it is, you can see what's right. Then Mom came to their room and said, let's take a bath. They turned on the water in the bathroom and went to take a bath. Suddenly, a hand came out of the water and grabbed Mom. They got scared. Then, When they went to see what was in the bathtub, there was nothing there. The next day, Mom said, "Let's take a bath." It was only when they searched the internet about the lake that they realized that the lake was cursed and that many people had died there in mysterious ways for no reason. So, while they were watching this, a hand grabbed them from behind. They turned around and got scared. It was Dad. "What were you doing?" Mom said, "If you told me this, he would get angry. I'm looking for a job." "Oh, okay, you're right. Our son is dead. That's all. I'm thinking about going to our next job. I don't need to worry. I have you and our daughter now. So, you're the only one who matters to me." Dad says. So, it's nighttime. Finn is having a bad dream. Jake is holding a hand and he's dying. Our mom is sleeping. Suddenly, there's a sound of water dripping. Is there a leak in the bathroom? They went to the bathroom and checked, but there was no water dripping, but they kept hearing the sound. They went downstairs to the kitchen, and Mijua was running water as expected. They turned it off, and it turned back on, and it turned off again. Suddenly, they heard a sound from outside. They went outside and saw that there was a water leak near the swimming pool. They turned it off. Then Mijua walked back, and as he was walking, the water leaked again. He heard the voice of the dead Jake from behind, saying, "Mom, save me." They turned around and looked. Jake was in such a rotten state. It was as if Mom was saving me. Seeing all this, Mom got scared. The next day, she told Dad about all this. He wouldn't believe it. "Look, you had a dream." "I'm thinking about my son and I have a longing dream that comes when I'm sleeping, but it doesn't come when I'm awake. I felt it really." "I know. Our son's body has never been found. I think his body is in that lake. That's why he's shouting, 'Save him, save him.' We'll find his body somehow and pay our last respects. Then his soul will rest in peace." "Dad, you know everything. The police, divers, and everyone else have been searching the entire lake for a week. Our son's body has never been found. So many people have searched but haven't found it. Now, if we go and search, we'll find it." "If you had only seen what I saw, you definitely wouldn't talk like this. Our son came in front of my eyes and shouted, 'Help. Oh, I think you've got a problem like our daughter. I have to take you to the mental hospital. I have work to do.' He said, 'I'm leaving. I won't do anything like that and I won't get lost.' So, Mom and Dad were hiding and listening to everything Mom and Dad said. They came to Mom and said, 'Mom, I completely believe everything you said. So, can you and I leave right now and go to that lake?' Fen said, 'You've just gotten better and are back home. You're getting a little bit normal. Going back to that lake at this time won't work.' But Mom, I'm fine. I still dream about Jake every day. Why don't you find Jake's body and pay your last respects? My body will be fine. I know the exact location where Jake died. So, if I come with you, you'll be there to help me." Mom said, "Okay." They took the car and drove to the lake. They start going. They have a house of their own on that lake. They go to that house. After they leave, Mom remembers old things, all the things that made their family happy. Then they take a boat and start traveling to that lake. Right, they start to jump and swim in the direction our Finn told them. They come to the surface to breathe frequently. They go a little far. Their eyes can't see anything. They come to the surface and say, "Is this the direction you told me to go? I don't know anything. Everything is normal." Mom, after going a little far, says, "Is there a tricycle? Is it a small tricycle? I haven't seen it yet." She says, "I'll check." She goes back inside and tries to swim. Just like Ben said, there's a small tricycle. So, if that's the case, they must have gone this way. Mom keeps swimming. That's when they see something. There's a concrete block at the bottom of the lake. 3 people are chained to that block. It seems like it's been a long time since this happened. All 3 of them are dead. There's a pattern. There's a chain around the neck of the person who's in the middle of the body, and when Mom takes it and tries to come up, something suddenly grabs her leg. Just like she grabbed Jacob, Mom immediately makes a rope to grab Mom. The rope is also holding the back of the boat. Mom realizes that there's a problem and starts pulling the bag. Suddenly, the hand that was holding Mom lets go and Mom tries to swim up. When Mom tries to swim up, a dead body floats next to her. When she sees whose body it is, Mom gets shocked. It's her son, Jake's body. He's been in the water for a long time. His face looks like it's been like this for a long time. Mom is also struggling a lot. She tells the police about this. Everyone, including the police ambulance, is coming, including the sheriff. The guy asked, "We've been looking for a week and we couldn't find your son's body, but you found it so easily." He was shocked. Then he told the sheriff, "I saw something strange under this lake. There were 3 people chained to a concrete slab, and one of them had this chain around his neck. As soon as I saw it, I realized it was real. It was a chain used only by one family. Before this lake was formed, there was a village in this place. This chain must have belonged to someone from that village. There's a grandmother named Millie a short distance from here. Maybe if you go and ask her, she might be able to tell you something." The sheriff said, "There are a lot of rumors about this lake, and they say it's a cursed lake. I don't know how true that is, but it's a lot. We have heard that paranormal things have happened," so she told her mother and she wanted to know more about this lake. So first, she called her father. When he came to the office, I immediately told her that you didn't go to that lake alone. "Why did you go? Why did you take her back?" "I just got back from the hospital." When she shouted, she said, "We found Jake's body." Dad was shocked. Before this, they would have just brought a casket to pay their last respects. Now that the real body is found, they are going to have a funeral. Here, our Finn is also very happy. He comes and hugs his mother. When his mother comes and takes a chain from the dead body, he is looking at it. Finn asks, "What are you looking at?" "We found Jake, who is dead, but we don't want to know why Jack died." So Millie is going to see an old lady like that. "Who are you? What do you want?" "Grandma, why are we here?" "So there's a lake here. Many people are dying mysteriously in that lake. Do you know anything about it?" "There's nothing mysterious about it. People who don't know how to swim properly, who want adventure, want this, want that, want that, want that, and want to risk their lives unnecessarily, are all fools." Millie immediately said, "My brother Jack is not a fool. He swims well. I also saw him from the side. Something caught Jack's leg. At the bottom of that lake, 3 people were tied to a concrete block with chains and drowned." My mother said, "This is the chain of someone who was there." She showed it to Grandma. Grandma only now understands everything. "Who did you get this chain from?" "He was my grandfather. Our village was where that lake is now. I remember being there when I was a little girl. I don't remember it very clearly. But as far as I can remember, my family and I were happy there. But suddenly, a very rich man came and built a dam in this place. He was saying that he wanted to create an area by storing water. He was saying that this was the right thing to do. He started evicting all the people who were living there so that he could get more money and more fame. Many people had no other choice and started leaving. But our whole life was here. Our house, our land, the graves of all our deceased grandparents were here. But they didn't care about anything and started beating us up and driving us away. So the villagers fought against this and killed the people who fought, but the one who fought so that this dam wouldn't come was my father. Grandpa and the 3 people with him suddenly disappeared. That's what my mother said. But after you told me, I understood that it was the rich man who built them in concrete, let the water leak in little by little, and created that lake and killed them. We have been fighting against this until today." "Why are you fighting for that lake? It's been 70 or 80 years since that lake was formed. By the way, all those rich people you mentioned must have died by now. I don't understand why you are fighting until now." So, that's what my grandmother said. Until today, we have tried to get signatures from many people and file a case in court saying that the dam should not exist, but no matter how hard we try, the case will not even be filed. That's how much the rich man's people are watching their work. Because if the dam doesn't exist now, then the lake won't exist. If the lake doesn't exist, then the rich man knows everything, and he knows how many people have died, so that's why they won't even take the case we file. The reason for all this is this lawyer company. My mother is shocked when I tell her that company because it's our father's company. Hearing this, she is shocked again. There is a house next to their lake. They are coming there and they are just sad. I don't know what they are doing. When I see my father coming there, "Hey, it's been more than 4 hours since you called me and you still haven't come home. That's why I came looking for you." "What's wrong with your face?" my mother also asks. "Your company is preventing you from closing that dam. Is that right?" "No, we can't say we will stop it. That lake is very important, so we don't want to take it." "How come you say that lake is important?" "Hey, why is that lake important? If the dam was built to prevent flooding in the city, all the water would be filled in that lake. There would be no problem in the city. That lake is a big tourist place. Think about how many people from all over the world come to that place. But what will my mother say when she hears that? Please, first of all, what are you doing? Then look at the way you closed this dam. The lake should not be here because a lot of murders were committed to create this lake. The rich man who created this lake committed many murders. He chained 3 people to the ground. I saw it with my own eyes. Oh, are you a businessman who talks about conspiracy theories? Many people will say something negative about him. They will say that we were waiting for that. It will not work. Do you know how proud we all are of this lake? Dad says that the reason why we have so many houses and are so settled is because of that lake. So mom doesn't understand what you're saying. When you ask her that, she gets shocked and says that my great-grandfather built this lake. So mom now understands that that rich man is my father's great-grandfather. So he is born in his blood. Jake. So it's because of them that we are in this situation. Those spirits under that lake must have tried to kill Jake by pulling his leg. So my son is dead now because of your family's sins. In a way, you are also responsible. Dad is even more furious when you say that. Is this what you believe? It's not just that. All the people who died because of your family are under the lake. Because of their curse, this lake itself became cursed. That's why so many people die mysteriously when they bathe. Oh, if there is a tourist spot or something, and a lot of people come there, it is normal for an accident to happen. Don't talk like a lunatic. When they shout, there is a sound outside. So our Finn is also watching. They feel something is wrong. Dad says, let's go from here. The power goes out. Dad goes straight to the house and tries to turn it on. There is no line. That's when the lake comes out. Because there is a lake right next to this house. There is a sound in that lake. When they look at that lake, the water is moving. In that village below that lake, all the dead people start walking like ghosts. So as soon as they see this, they all start getting scared. Dad also believes that everything is true now. So those ghosts come out. Straight away, they start to destroy the house. They try to escape but they are still holding them back. So Dad goes and tries to fight but he can't. But Mom and Finn come and the spirits don't do anything. Dad fights too and grabs his hands and legs and then they start walking back into the lake. Mom and Finn are screaming but the knife is useless. They just go straight to the water and go straight to the water. That's all. Dad dies. So our Mom and Finn are suffering a lot. After this, they ask us what we are doing. Whether we know it or not, we have also committed the sin in our family. So they say that the whole world should know about the mistake this family has made. But Mom, what's the matter with us? No matter how many signatures are put, this case will not happen. When we say, yes, it will not happen, no one will believe us. But now the drought is worse than before. It will be worse. Surely, one day that lake will dry up. At that time, all the hardships of the villagers below this lake will be known to the world. That's what my mother said with sadness. This story ends here. This is a very simple short story. But it has come from real life and has been inspired by it. In real life, the name of that lake is Lake Lanier, which is located in Atlanta, America. Although many people talk about that lake normally, in reality there were many villages where the lake used to be. The main one was a village called Oscar Wilde. So, when you come to Atlanta, you build a dam in the middle of a river and wash away all the water from it. Lake so, the main reason for building this lake is that blood will not come because all the water needed will come here. It is not an ordinary lake. It is very, very big. In order to create such a big lake, they started evicting the people from all the towns and villages. The main thing is that there is Oscar fence. All the people there said they could not do it because it was their place of residence, their house, their relatives, the crematorium of the dead. If they suddenly asked to evacuate, they said they could not do it. So, they evicted all those people and said that this lake was built there. But the truth is that there were many dead bodies under that lake. What they said was that the bodies in that crematorium were like that. But a few people were not like that. The people there said that they wanted to die. They said that they would open the dam and kill everyone. Then, what else did they say? That Oscar work? They say they went to that place and killed all the people there and then did this thing. I don't know if they emptied it alive or did it to cover up the murder, but many people believe it. Do you know what strange reason is for saying this? The people who lived in that Oscar Wilde place were black. We know how much hatred there was for these black people in the 1950s. If they created a lake where those people lived, then many people say they must have killed them. So those people died and the lake that was formed over it was cursed. So, it seems that since the lake was opened, more than 700 people have died mysteriously. What do all the people who escaped say? Something grabbed my leg and pulled it like that. They say that the director who made that story also made a rich man character and he would have made it look like he was killing the people there. So if anyone asks anything, they can say that the story is fictional, but he also believes that they killed the black people there. So that's all.